Okay, hello. I hope you're all doing well, or at the very least, that your night improves. Today has been a very eventful day for me. Quite a lot's been happening, so. Anyway, so as for the good news, the Discord server is finally ready. Pretty much worked on it all morning today, so. Go ahead and do that. Hello. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Stew in the slow cooker sounds delicious. I hope you enjoy that. Yes, I am. I'm going to be starting off here with collectives, and then after a couple of those, I'll be moving on to individual readings using the queue here. So if you want to stick around for either of those, you're more than welcome to. Speaking of collectives, it is probably time to get into this. Okay. What message do we need to hear today? Okay. So we have the Eight of Swords reversed here. Justice. The Devil. The Queen of Coins reversed. The Knight of Coins. And the Six of Wands. So, what I'm getting out of this is that this sense of feeling trapped here that the Eight of Swords would normally indicate is finally lifting, and that we're going to begin finding more balance within ourselves. The Devil here is pointing towards also facing our inner selves. So maybe the sense of feeling trapped was just within us. And we're beginning to find a little bit of rebalance again within ourselves. And that we're also beginning to beginning to find our organization as well again, with the Queen of Coins here being reversed. It's pointing towards a lack of organization, but it's also the Knight of Coins right next to that is also telling me that that's something that's also being worked on currently. And is also a sign to keep pushing forward. And the Six of Wands here is pointing towards that as well, pushing forward and essentially following our own path and forging our own way. Let's see what the Oracle deck has to add to that. I mean, if it's telling you that, then yeah. If this is something that you identify with. Okay. So, we have 3 Oracle cards here. This one popped out immediately. This one really, really likes showing itself here. We have Unbound. Boundaries. And Deep Replenishment. So let's see what all those have to say. Unbound says, it is time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. It could be a vow of silence, or chastity, or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you free yourself from trauma of lives past. What old ways of being have an expiry date? When you name them, you claim them, and they stop holding power over you. When acknowledging these old patterns, it is also important to acknowledge how they have served you up until now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small, caused by a soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice, would have served you by keeping you safe. In order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. It is time to unbind from all the old ways of being that are no longer sustainable. So in other words, if there's anything that's been holding you back, which again would be evidenced by the devil there, it's time to release those things. And boundaries. Boundaries says, you are being called to create clearer boundaries in your life. This could be with your friends, family, or work. Saying yes when you really mean no leads to resentment, which is the biggest energy drain ever. At first, it might only be a little bit and not feel like a big deal. But before you know it, your energy field becomes porous and you are left feeling depleted, resentful, or taken advantage of. Saying no and having clear boundaries is actually a spiritual act. The most giving, loving, compassionate people are those with the clearest boundaries. For when they say yes, they are able to give unconditionally. When your boundaries are clear, others know where they stand, and you are able to give freely. If you are not clear where your boundaries lie, this causes confusion, resentment, and energetic cords to be planted. If you are saying yes when you really mean no, you are likely needing something yourself. Ask yourself, what part of me needs something from them? It could be a need for approval, a fear of being seen a certain way, or a fear of loss. The best way to gauge your boundaries is to check in with your belly. Your belly is the second brain. It has an intelligence known as your gut feelings. Tune into this space when deciding what is okay for you. How does it feel? What is it trying to communicate with you? So, it does mention, like, the obvious places where boundaries are often necessary. With family especially, or with friends, or with your job, of course. But sometimes, and this is something it doesn't really mention, sometimes those boundaries can be with yourself. Maybe you're doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing, something that is going to drain your energy, and you know it's going to leave you feeling worse, but you still do it anyway. Biggest one of those would be social media. Social media is something that can be one of the biggest mental drains on us. Because we're just constantly surrounded by negative news and a 24-hour news cycle, which isn't good for anything other than making you feel like shit. So, if you were one of those people, to whoever needs to hear this message, whoever identifies with this message here, if you're one of those people that continues to use social media even though you know you're just going to feel worse after using it, that could also be one of those things that this card is talking about. And that would be a boundary with yourself that you're violating and you're not paying attention to. And deep replenishment says, the most selfless thing you can do is to fill up your own inner well. When we are running around half filled, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give us the nourishment and nurturing that we so deeply crave. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you're running on empty. The feminine is bountiful, fertile, and rich. Tend to your own well, and watch as the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. This is our body's instinctive way of reaching for the grounding and nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. What nourishes you? What refuels your body? What is nectar for your soul? What brings you back to life? What is your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile, overspilling with life? It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxurious essential oils, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe, attending a women's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking along the beach, or yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine. When you give yourself the medicine that you need to be nourished, you nourish all those around you, for there is more than enough to go around. So, in other words, you need to be taking care of yourself and prioritizing yourself more. Because if we keep giving and giving, eventually we're going to run out. and we won't have anything left for ourselves. And when we have nothing left for ourselves, we have nothing left to give. You cannot take care of others or help others if you are not first taking care of yourself. You need to be your first priority. That is not selfish. That does not mean you don't share anything with anyone else. It just means that you're taking care of yourself first, and you are giving what you have left to offer to those around you. And it goes very in line with the boundaries card here. Okay, let me see what the book has to offer here. There's a fitting message here. Is what is going on inside as bright as what you are showing on the outside? Again, fitting along with this message here about taking care of yourself first. Yeah. Learning how to set boundaries and what boundaries we do need to be setting is it can be very difficult sometimes, yes. That can most certainly be a learning journey there. Okay, so I hope whoever needed to hear that message, I hope that it helps you in some way. Of course. Thank you for stopping by and spending your time here. Gonna do one more collective here, and I'll go ahead and open the queue here. So, what message do those who might be watching need to hear? Okay. Hello. So we have the Four of Wands here. Four of Wands reversed. The Five of Wands. The Page of Swords. The King of Swords. The Two of Swords. The Nine of Cups. And Judgment. So, what I'm getting out of this is that you're dealing with some negative emotions currently. Potentially some pretty heavy emotions currently. And you're also probably fighting with yourself a little bit. What I'm getting out of the Page of Swords here and the King of Swords here is that we need to, with the Page of Swords pointing towards being a little bit more optimistic, and the King of Swords is telling you that you need to be a little bit more honest with yourself, perhaps, or at the very least, you need to stay true to yourself. What I'm getting out of that the most is probably the staying true to yourself part, with maybe a little bit of honesty with yourself through it. And doing your best to do that and remain a little bit more optimistic, you'll find this balance and improvement and emotional fulfillment here that you seek. Hello, the queue's not open yet. It will be shortly. Let's see what the Oracle deck has to say here. Hello. Thinking real hard here about the card that is. There are a few that keep on wanting to pop out, but they don't. They're just really thinking about it. Well, someone wants to be a little sassy. Yes, the Tarot of the Divine deck is my favorite deck. Okay, maybe they just don't want this deck. Maybe I should get the Immunology deck real quick. Okay, there we go. Council of Light. Council of Light says, the Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it is time to ask them. They can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal team of helpers in the spirit realm. They are willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides, devoted to the rising of Earth and all of humanity. If you are a light worker, it is from them that you receive your personal mission. Like a spirit world United Nations, they want to thank you so much for doing this work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put in your requests and let them get to work. So, What I'm getting from that is your guides, whoever needed to hear this message, your guides are telling you they want to help you. But you have to allow them. They need your permission first. So if there's something that you would like help with, or you would just like any help that they want to offer you, just tell them that you give them permission and let them start to help you with whatever it is that you're trying to work on at the moment. That is what they are there for, after all. Let's see what the book has to say. Stop trying to convince others of your worth. If they don't see it, they don't deserve it. And maybe that's something that you yourself need to understand as well, and see yourself as well, is that you're worthy. Whoever needed to hear that message, I hope it helps you. And also, something else that I will add on here is if self-worth is something that you're struggling with currently, just know your self-worth isn't based on superficial factors that don't matter. Your self-worth is not based on your appearance. It's not based on your intelligence. It's not based on what you do with your life. It's not based on your work. It's not based on any of those things. You're a human being. We all inherently have self-worth. We don't have to do anything extra to be worthy of the basic things that we need to take care of ourselves, or to love ourselves, or to receive the love of others. That is a baseline thing that we are all worthy of. Okay. Again, to whoever needed to hear that, I do hope it helps you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open the queue now. So, if you'd like to join the queue, it is now open. The command is showed there on screen. And Nightbot just posted it as well. Okay. Is it okay if I just call you Zabu? Okay. Are you ready? And also thank you. Okay. What message does Zabu need to hear today? Well, that is a wonderful message. So we have the Page of Wands here, the Three of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Knight of Wands, Three of Wands reversed, and the Hermit. So, immediately what I'm picking up on here is that it's time to be a little bit more carefree and let go a little. Further evidenced here by the Three of Cups, which is telling you that it's time for celebration. Celebrate, relax a little, let go, go have fun. The Page of Swords here is telling you that you need to be a little bit more optimistic, or rather just try to hold on to that optimism. The Knight of Wands here is telling you to be a little bit more fearless. The Three of Wands here is telling you to stop wallowing in those negative emotions that you're likely currently feeling or that you were feeling. The Hermit here, I feel like, is also telling you to stop isolating yourself. And also, perhaps that it's time to reflect internally and see what path you want to be taking with your life. And let's see what the Oracle has to say here. The Page of Swords. To try to remain a little bit more optimistic. Awesome, hello. The command is !read me. It's there on screen in the little Q box there. And it's posted in chat a little bit above as well, I think. Let's see what the Oracle has to say. Oh, that was immediate. Okay. Keepers of the Earth. You are so supported. You do not stand alone. You have a magnificent team of helpers, both in this world and of the earth, who are here to help you every step of the way. Call upon them for assistance. They are here to help. The Keepers of the Earth acknowledge the work that you have done already, and are ready to work through you. They bow at your feet and thank you for wanting to stand for them, to devote your life to protecting the Earth in your unique way. It is time to increase your capacity to receive support in the physical realm. This can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers, or people flocking to help you and your work. The only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. You deserve to be rewarded for the work that you are doing. You do not need to go at it alone. Call upon the keepers of the earth to help you and your mission. Open your heart and your mind to receiving more than you ever thought possible. What kind of support do you need? Call it in right away. So, this is most certainly a message from your guides here. That you're not alone. They want to help you. And perhaps asking for help is something that you struggle with. But it is okay to ask for help. Let's see what the book has to add to that. Stop fearing your potential. Yeah, I understand that feeling all too well. And I know how hard it is to essentially pull yourself out of this pit of wallowing. But this isolation here. But it is possible. And we just have to remember that it won't last forever. Well, thank you. I do hope that message helps. I do my best to be. It's not always the case, but I do my best to be. I also most certainly am not gentle when aggression is called for, though. So. When aggression is called for. In other words, I take no shit when I need to. Also another important thing to remember. But yes, I hope that message helps. And whatever it is that you are dealing with right now, whatever it is that you are dealing with right now, I hope things improve for you. And I understand how hard it can be to try to remain optimistic and try to remain positive. And try not to worry about things. I know that's much easier said than done. It's quite hard to do those things sometimes. It's just, again, important to remember that it won't last forever. And also, on top of that, another thing that is very important to remember is also that it is okay to struggle. Trying to accomplish these things here doesn't mean that you need to be 100% positive all the time. It's okay if you struggle and fall down sometimes. It is okay to feel those feelings. Just want to do your best to not get stuck there. Okay. You're up next, Lan. Are you ready? Okay. Message. Does land need to hear today? Okay. So, let's see here. We have the 4 of coins here. And the 5 of wands. The Ace of Wands, the 9 of Coins, the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Which is again another message from your guides that your journey here is something that you need to begin. The 4 of Coins here, I think, is telling you to stop closing yourself off, to open up. The 5 of Wands is telling you to stop fighting with yourself. The Ace of Wands there is telling you that you need to you need to start this journey here. Start this growth off here by beginning this journey. And essentially start chasing this passion. That obviously being your tarot journey. The 9 of Coins here is telling you that you'll find success here. Your hard work will pay off. Page of Wands here, again, telling you to be a little bit more carefree. Stop overthinking things. Stop fearing things. Just let it go. And the Queen of Swords here is telling you that it's time to take action. Pretty much. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say here. Darn hiccups. So, we have share your voice here. You were being called to share your voice. Perhaps by speaking up in a relationship, or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed. Sculpted for lifetimes, the voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silenced or held back, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. As we shed the layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it gets. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone, and that the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. So what I'm getting out of that is your guides are essentially telling you they want to fucking communicate with you. I get the sense that they're getting a little frustrated. Because obviously the easiest way to do that is to actually start working with your tarot cards. They're telling you to let go of your fears here. Stop worrying about failing. Stop worrying about not getting the results you want. Just go for it. The only way to begin this growth that you're seeking here is to actually begin this journey. They want to communicate with you so that they can help you. So you can accomplish this goal here. They're reminding you here with this card about why this is an important journey for you to take, and why you've been led here in the first place. It's to reflect inward on yourself. To confront the parts of yourself that you maybe don't want to confront. But they're telling you that there's nothing to fear. Again, telling you to stop fearing things, stop overthinking things, and just take action. Let's see what the book has to say. Yeah, they're trying to be as loud as possible here. Stop expecting something bad to happen. If you keep psyching yourself out, you're never gonna do it. But yeah, so I hope that message helps. Okay. Are you still there, Dry? I'm assuming they left. Right. Um, if anyone else wishes to join the queue's still open. Okay. Darn hiccups. Okay. Um, okay. I suppose I'll do another collective here. Okay. So, what do those who might be watching need to hear? So, we have the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Swords, Magician, and the Two of Wands, which is immediately telling me that you're about to find a new emotional start here, a clean slate with your emotions. And that this battle that you're facing is ending. Hello. And yes, I am. The queue is still open if you wish to join. But this battle is ending. Or perhaps that this is a battle that we can put to rest. The Magician here is telling you that you have the power to create whatever it is that you want for yourself. And the Two of Wands here is lending its energy to that, essentially by saying that you have the world at your fingertips. I also feel like the Magician here is also telling you to believe in yourself. Because you do have the power to bring about the change. Or whatever it is you're seeking at the moment. It's telling you to realize your potential here. Let's see what the deck has to say here. Akasha. Akasha exists in the fifth dimension and the Library of Souls. All soul contracts, history, gifts, lessons, and more exist here. We each have access to this information of the past, present, and future, and can tap into it at any time. While we have free will, there are also points on the timeline of our lives that are predestined or pre-planned. Soul contracts or agreements that were made before incarnating. It could be a company you chose to work for, a relationship you plan to have, or a person you agreed to mentor or help. Whatever it is, know that it is divinely guided and will not bypass you. If you are waiting for a sign to proceed, this card is it. You're likely living out an important part of your soul's journey, and you are exactly where you need to be. This is very exciting indeed. It's time to call in the support of your helpers, both in the physical realm and the spirit world. To trust the signs coming, to take note of your dreams, to notice any feelings or visions that you receive. For you are tapping into the wisdom of the Akasha, and you are being given the go-ahead to proceed. The energy of that fits really well with the Magician, I feel like. The most important thing that I take away from this is part that says you are exactly where you need to be. And also the part about calling in help. Calling in help from your guides. And let's see what people cast to say here. The past version of you is so proud of how far you've come. Whatever needed to hear that message, I hope it helps you. Okay. Are you ready, Venna? Okay. Also, I wish you the best of luck with that. So, what might happen tomorrow when Venna releases their documentary? We have the King of Coins here. The Magician. The Two of Wands reversed. The Four of Coins. And the Five of Cups reversed. There you go. Okay. So, right away, what I'm getting here from these last two cards here in particular, the Five of Cups reversed and the Four of Coins reversed, is that there's obviously going to be I cannot talk today. Goodness. With the Five of Cups reversed there, essentially what I'm getting from that is that there's going to obviously be a release of tension there, some relief from those not so great emotions and probably stress that's probably come with trying to create that. And that this is something here that will help release that, essentially. And with the, particularly with the Magician there, I also feel like it's very positive. And the King of Coins. The King of Coins is telling you that it'll be successful. And with the Two of Wands, yes, that's the King of Coins. With the Two of Wands, the Two of Wands reversed there, I feel like that's I feel like that's also telling me that perhaps you need to release some of these feelings of doubt as well. And perhaps even fear of the unknown. Just telling you to release that a little bit. And with the Magician right next to it, I also feel like that's kind of telling you to believe in yourself a little bit. Essentially, the overall vibe that I'm getting from this is you will find some success here. And just do your best to kind of release some of those doubts that you have and some of those fears that you have. And just remember to do your best to try to believe in yourself. And perhaps do your best to remain positive, no matter what happens. This is something that you put work into, after all. And of course, I'm sure you want it to be successful. But ultimately, I feel like one of the most important parts would also be that it's something that you're happy with. And also with, releasing out into the world and sharing it and stuff, sharing it with the world. Then we'll finally be relieving some of these negative emotions and stress, probably, that have been bogging you down a little bit. Oh, I'm sure. Let's see what the Oracle cards have to say. So, the card you got here is Star Mother. Knowing the contents of this card, that also tells me that worrying about this and those tech issues have probably been causing you a lot of stress, I imagine. The Star Mother here is essentially going to be telling you to just do your best to relax. Let me find the page here. Okay. You are more held than you could possibly imagine. Loved and cherished so dearly that if you knew, you would not spend 1 second of your life in separation, worry, or fear. Let the mother carry your burdens. Let her rock away your fears. Lay all of your worries, regrets, shame, and guilt on her altar. Please, please, sweet child, do not fear. You are love in motion. If you allow it, you are already healed. Let her remind you of your goodness. Let her love away your fears. Your capacity to love and hold others is limited to your capacity to love and hold yourself. Be compassionate with your sweet body, mind, and soul. Treat yourself like the beautiful spirit that you truly are. Remind yourself that you are doing your best, and try not to carry it all on your own. You have got this, and the mother has got you. Let her broad arms take away your burdens. Let her lift the weight of the world off your shoulders. Forgive yourself, my dear sweet child of the earth. So essentially, take a moment to breathe. Try not to worry so much about things. And know that someone has your back. And that you're not alone in anything. And let's see what the book has to add here. It is time to stop looking backward and start focusing on all that is to come. Recognize that what you went through has taught you many lessons. I am indeed sure there were many lessons learned throughout the creation of that documentary. But I hope that message helps you in some way. And I do wish you the best of luck. I hope everything goes well. And I hope everything goes smoothly. Thank you for joining, and thank you for stopping by. Okay. And with that, I think it's time to issue a last call for joining the queue. So, if there's anyone who still wants to join the queue, you may go ahead and do so. Hello again. I hope you're doing well. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. What message does Antique Antenna need to hear today? Just picked it up. Not sure if the mic picked it up or not, but my stomach just made the weirdest growl I have ever heard. It was also quite loud. Okay. So, we have here the Ten of Swords, Temperance, and the Queen of Wands, which is essentially telling me that there's a battle here that is ending. And the Temperance is pointing towards the need for patience. Probably particularly while you're waiting for this battle here to end. Or this struggle here to end. And the Queen of Wands here is here to remind you to continue chasing your passions. And perhaps to embody this fiery energy that she represents. After all, this is Pele. The volcano goddess from Hawaiian legend. Let's see. What the deck has to say here. Yeah, I know you were here on Thursday, and you talked a little bit about that. There's most certainly a passion you should continue chasing. And the Oracle card you just got is also telling you the same thing. I will say, this also this also is probably pointing towards this passion you're chasing. It's probably warning you that it's going to be a difficult journey. But I'm sure you already know that. So the Oracle card you got here is Trust Your Path. The universe is conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but to simply keep facing your true north and take one step after another. If you do this, you can't go wrong. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of light of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow the highest call of their soul because they are waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. If you take one baby step each day, within a year, you will have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day in dedication to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe at how far you have journeyed. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Things are not going to work out the way you were planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could possibly imagine. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and let your soul lead the way. So, more confirmation that you are on the right path and that this is something that you should keep following. And let's see what the book has to say. Let go of your need to control, or to have control. It is only when you surrender that you can release. Which I feel goes in line with the last couple of lines there in that oracle card. Essentially, keep chasing your passions and keep doing what you can to work towards that. Keep taking the steps towards that. But also don't worry about everything. There will be some things that you likely won't have any control over. But just trust that things will work out. Hopes that message helps. Again, I wish you the best of luck in chasing that dream. Of course. Thank you for stopping by again. Okay. It's time to wrap up with a collective here. And then call it. So, what message do you want to close us out with? So we have the Ten of Wands, the King of Swords, the Six of Coins, and the Hierophant. So, what I'm getting out of this one is essentially do your best not to overwhelm yourself, stress yourself too much, or overthink things a little bit too much. Stay true to yourself. Share your energy with those around you. And continue following your path. Was immediate. Pillar of light. You are heaven and earth in perfect expression, a conduit for the light of the heavens to the earth. You are the rainbow bridge. Take time to meditate. Imagine yourself as a pillar of light, connecting the light of the heavens above with the earth. As the light shines through each of your chakras, you activate the rainbow bridge that many ancient scriptures speak about, raising your vibration and the vibration of the planet, linking the higher realms of the cosmos, guides, angels, and spirit, with the ancient wisdom keepers and beings of planet Earth. They dance together through you. They sing together through you. Without your body, voice, and creations, neither can be expressed. For too long, we've been taught that God is outside of us, giving away our power to angels and spirit guides. But without you, they do not have a voice. You are the oracle. Do not look for guidance outside, for you hold all of the wisdom of the entire universe in the portal of your heart. In every cell of your body, do not see the angels and guides as above you, for without you, they have no way of communicating. You are the oracle. You are the rainbow bridge. You are the pillar of light. Stop expecting something bad to happen. So let go of those fears. Let go of those doubts. That's a wonderful message to leave off with. That one was also a very nice reminder for me. This is actually the first Oracle card that I ever got from this deck, or any deck. This was my first card. So, that reminder was actually very nice. And with that, it is unfortunately time that I call it. Getting a bit too tired, and legs are starting to cramp a little bit too much. So it's time for me to go try to rest and relax a little bit. And wind down a little bit. But thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you to all who joined. And all who just lurked in the background. You are appreciated too. Hope you have a good night, or at the very least, hope that your night improves. And I hope to see you all again soon. But for now, goodbye.